What's going on, guys? My name is Jinxer, and today we're going to be doing a customs map beginner guide. I'm going to be showing you everything from where people spawn, locations, quest places, how to get there, what things are, where to get stuff for those quests, etc, etc. Now, if you're a beginner slash average player or you're new to the game, this is what you might have unlocked. I'm going to be running the VPO 209 with the EKO round, and you may be thinking, why the heck am I using this? This is a great round. It can almost go through level 4. It does a lot of flesh damage, and it puts a stopping power into players and AI in general. Now, if you're an actual beginning player and you're watching this, I would not use the VPO. It's a very hard gun to use just because of the recoil. But if you're an average player, I think you guys would like it. It's a really good round. You get all this at level 2 Jaeger with the gun, with the ammo. It's the best ammo to buy early wipe, actually. I just found out recently, unless you want to buy M855 and spend almost 2,000 per round. I think it was this wipe. And yeah, this is the gear you'll probably be running. Level 3 Karasa, TC 2000 from your starter pack, Tactical Sports, S-Mark, Salewa, Bandage, 3 M67 grenades, and yeah. Don't mind the bottom, but yeah. I'm just going to be showing the locations, where to do stuff, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so we spawned in at Trailer Park. This is an extract. We spawn on the opposite side of the map. I will be having a map pop up every time I say a location that is noteworthy. So, once again, this is Trailer Park. If you come up to the left, that right there is your fuel depot. And by fuel depot, I mean that's for a quest where you have to mark the 4 fuel tanks. That is one of them. This is called storage containers. Never go in there. There's literally no need to enter that place as a new player. There's nothing in it that's important. Don't go in there. It's just not important. We're going to make our way down here. A player can spawn there, where that scav we just saw. So where that scav is, a player can be. Players can spawn along that road or inside, in this container on the right. This is called Crossroads. This is where you extract and spawn on the opposite side of the map. Crossroads is a scary extract to do sometimes, but we don't worry about that. So where I am right now, this is where people spawn. If you spawn Trailer Park. But yeah, never enter into the storage place. There's no need. You're gonna run all the way down. Once again, that's Crossroads. If you're with friends and you're fighting people, I call this Crossroads side if you enter Big Red. You're like grenade. Anyways, I call this Crossroads side. If you spawn at Trailer Park side, this is where you're gonna see people. So if you spawn at Trailer Park and you run down to Big Red from that side and they come down here at this side, you can get an early headshot at them if you lean peek that doorway. You will beat them here to Big Red. People can spawn in Big Red. People can spawn in this red container right here. Big Red has a lot of quests you need at an early level, but this door is required with the Parkland Director's Office key. You can do a early game barter for food. I forget the specifics. I think it's squash, the green ice, and something else. It's not that hard to get if you do an interchange run, but yeah. So once again, it's called Big Red. There's a lot of quests you gotta do here. There's decent loot around the place. The only 2 things that are worth looting, in my opinion, is that guard shack and that guard shack over behind these trailer parks, or these 18-wheelers. Now, once again, if you're about to fight somebody here, it's probably gonna be right here, because when when Crossroads comes running up through that hole in the wall, and you come running from Trailer Park, you're gonna collide with each other along here, so be extremely careful. This is where you do your first fight. Now, another spawn where you're gonna have to, by the way, I call this Trailer Park cabinet if you're fighting somebody in here. That is called Crossroads cabinet, complete opposite. Come in here, this is where you do, or this is where you stash your golden Zibbo for the quest. I forget the name exactly, sorry I'm not prepared, but this is where you stash your golden Zibbo. Be careful, scabs can spawn here as you just saw. Now, players can already be waiting for you right here. If players spawn at that tank or spawn here, you spawn Trailer Park, people can already look down and shoot at you from here. They spawn around this area. They can run up at you, pre-aim you, and shoot you running down the road. So be extremely careful for that. I call this trains. You can call this trailer park trains. Then that side Crossroad trains. This is Land Bridge 3, I call it. Land Bridge 3. There's another land bridge. I call that Land Bridge 2. There's actual bridge. And then there's Land Bridge 1. So once again, Land Bridge 3, Land Bridge 2, Land Bridge 1, bridge. I personally don't like crossing this bridge right here. It's very dangerous and very scary. Now, that's called a red container along the bridge. Just say a red container bridge. If you see somebody, that is called the Welcome to Tarkov tank, and it's just called the USEC. Now, all these callouts are extremely important for a new player, because if you are playing with someone experienced, they'll know what you're talking about, and you all know where people could be. So right here is Roadblock extract. You will have this every time if you come from the opposite side of the map. It's a really good extract. I would highly recommend than instead going to Trailer Park or Crossroads if you can. I love taking this extract. This extract is my personal favorite. Now when you come through here, there's multiple things to worry about. There's scavs along this road. There's sniper scav right there. Sniper scav all the way up there. And overall, crack house. Crack house is scary. So if you're coming through here, be careful for crack house. People like to go up those windows and look at you from here. And yes, you can get killed easily. Now, if you come down here, there will be scavs eventually, either being in the trees or such. Another thing you gotta look out for is that turret. That turret is extremely scary. If you aggro a scav, they will go on top of that turret and shoot you. If you're crossing that bridge, you're probably dead. So always watch that turret if you're crossing the actual bridge itself. That turret is extremely scary. You come through here, this is an active spot to fight people sometimes, depending on what happens. Scavs can be along the bushes and such. Once again, always watch that turret. You never know if the scav's up there. This place right here, you can only enter the back if you kick down the door. See how that doesn't breach. You come around here. This is called 24/7 depot. By 24/7 depot, or sorry, you call this grocery store. Grocery store can only come through in two ways. You can kick open both back doors, and that's how you get access if you're ever pinched in here. If you come to the left right here, one moment. Come down here. Scavs can be along these rocks right here. Keep that in mind. This is called Smuggler's Boat. Smuggler's Boat is a really good extract if you spawn on the opposite side of the map. You can take this only if the fire is lit. If the fire is not lit, you gotta go all the way to Trailer Park or Roadblock. Now, people like to extract camp all the time around here, so be extremely careful. People like to go up there, watch you, and yeah, it's basically a death sentence. If you come up here, expect scavs. No scavs, it looks like. I think we're good. There's a scav right there. This is called Sniper Roadblock. This entire area is called Sniper Roadblock. So if someone says Sniper Roadblock, this is what they mean by Sniper Roadblock. Armor repair kits and such can spawn right here. This is for your stash Wi-Fi camera quest. You gotta go in this bush and stash your Wi-Fi camera. I forget the name of the quest. All just blue containers. You can get on top of these blue containers, and I have been killed by people here before. If you have enough strength where you fall on top of it, you can just do it like that. Just be extremely careful. And yeah, so we're gonna come through here. We're gonna start off with dorms. Dorms is a very scary place for a new person because there's a lot of strats that people don't know about. And I'll be going through all those strats and secret stuff you can do in dorms. As soon as you come up from this area called Sniper Hill, this is what we call Sniper Hill. Sniper Hill is where people like to sit up here and wait for you to run out of 3-story if you're coming to extract on this side of the map. I have fought more than people than I can count over here, so be extremely careful on Sniper Hill. If you're leaving dorms and you run up this hill, there could be very well a player waiting for you to mow you down. When you're running up to dorms, always watch that bathroom window. People like to sit up there and watch out for people running against the wall or just shooting people from Sniper Hill. You're gonna come up here. If any of the 3 doors are open, it means one thing: scabs came through or a Shala. Run up on me. Don't worry about that. So when you come through here, keep that in mind. So on first story dorms, we're gonna go floor by floor. For 3-story, this is called first floor. You come down here. This is called bathroom. This is where you can jump into, actually. Always clear this for Shala guards. You never know. So if you're coming from the outside, there's 3 places you can come from. Ice cream side. That is called ice cream side. This is called car side. Car side is because there's an extract here at car side, and you can take it. It's not here right now, but you gotta pay 7.5k rubles, or depending on your scav rep, to take car. Car is a very good extract, but be careful for extract campers. Extract campers like to sit along this fence, wait for you, throw a grenade, and you're dead. Once you take car, the entire map can see you, so keep that in mind. A way to get into 1 story is to jump through this bathroom window, and you're inside, so be extremely careful for that, for players coming through here. If you can come here to elbow, this is called kitchen, first floor kitchen. If you come to the side, this is called first story elbow. There's 2 places that you gotta be careful, because people can jump through this window right here and come to first floor instantly, and they're safe. If you're coming from this side of the map, I would recommend coming through here. It's very good. Just fall in. Now, if you're taking car extract, be extremely careful. You may be asking, which window would I get shot from? This window right here. You can actually hop into this window. It takes a second, but people can hide in here, and people can just shoot you instantly. So always check this window before leaving car extract. It's extremely scary. So if this window's broken, someone's sitting here waiting for you, but you're probably already dead before you realize. Always close the door behind you. If you come through here, you're gonna go up the second. Say you're 2nd story. You're now a 2nd story. Clear the staircase for scavs. These scavs sitting in here. Those scavs are sitting in here. Perfect. So, come down here. If we're starting from ice cream side, keep that in mind. Ice cream side. There's 2 jackets in here. There's some nice little pee holes you can get into over through at 2-story if you know people are here. If you go to this next room, for golden pocket watch, this jacket or the one on my left spawns a guaranteed machinery key. So this one spawns machinery key right here. You need machinery key. Machinery key is for the quest, so either put that in your gamma and keep it. Come through here. You can loot that computer if you want. In here, don't ever put yourself in these rooms unless you need to. Just come past. Another thing is, 204 is a safe room. You can jump on top of here and wait down the... you can get a cheeky head peek right here. It's a really good spot. If you spawn at Smuggler's Boat, you can beat people here from 2-story side. You can jump on top of this, wait for them to peek around the corner, and open that door. That's where most people come up from 2-story side. If you just sit here and wait, you can eventually kill somebody for free. Now, we keep going down. This is called bathroom, 2-story bathroom. So if it says 2-story bathroom, that's what that means. Or bathroom, to clarify with your teammate, if that's the case. Come down here. 214 is another safe key. If you come over here, there's another 2 free. But this is called 2-story elbow. This right here is a quest, 220, sorry. 220 is the quest, not 218. Disregard that. You're gonna come up here. This is called 3-story. I call this 3-story hub right here, or there's 3-story room, because it's a room where people like to go back and forth, go left, right, clarify to see if there's people in here or not. You come down here. This is called 3-story bathroom. 3-story bathroom. This is where people like to shoot people. You see how open things are and such. If we... I'm gonna kill this scab real quick. But yeah, so once again, that is called a 3-story bathroom. Come through here. There's actually 2 jackets right here you can also loot. You need keys. This is just assuming you're doing your quests though, so we're not trying to loot everything impossible. This is called 3-story bathroom. This is called 3-story roof. Don't ever go out there. And this is called marked bathrooms. And yeah, that's about it. A cheeky way to get down if you're ever in a pinch, if you're getting pinched. I wouldn't do this unless you have decent high stam though, or sorry, strength. You can fall down on this fence. Don't miss those or break your legs like I just did. So when you're coming to the center, this is called car park. This is called dumpsters. Come through here. I like to clear 2-story from up and down. I wouldn't run across. You can run across. And for your sake, if you run across, it's extremely dangerous, so be careful. When you come through, you gotta be careful of multiple things. People can be sitting in here. This is called guard desk room. Decent room for ammo. Open for scavs. 2 jackets right there. You can jump on top of here and look out to see if anyone's in 3-story. You're basically completely blacked out when you're sitting in this spot. Good luck seeing people. If you open this door and run across, it's the first thing I check right here. People like to just sit here and wait, so I'd recommend checking them first. Come through here. Make sure you close the doors after you open them. Clear. People like to camp in this corner right here. This is called 1st-story kitchen for 2-story. This is called 110. There's a safe key in there. There's a safe in there. 114 has a safe, computer, and med bag. It's a really good key. You also need for a quest. It's very expensive early on, so I try to buy it ASAP. This is called 1st-story bathroom. There's a dead scav here, decent loot. You can jump from the outside. You gotta do some parkour though. I call this splitter. If someone's on the opposite side of splitter, you say ice cream splitter, or just ice cream side of 2-story. That's a safe room right there. You can get some safes, and that's really all you would go over there for. Never go over there unless you need to, because you might get team killed by your friend. It's happened before. If you come up to second, be extremely careful from the back right here. People like to come from this this part right here. It's a really good area to shoot people. I would recommend always, just looking out while you're walking by. Down here, it's called file cabinets. Always these file cabinets are early on. That scared the crap out of me. This door doesn't spawn open, by the way. Should have known that. These file cabinets are here extremely well. And, yeah. It's called 2-story bathroom. Come all the way down. That's really the only notable things. This is called 2-story kitchen. And then this is called car bathroom. If you come out here, be extremely careful. If you're going from room to room, I would recommend to do a lean peek or side peek like this. If you're always coming through, I would look down the hallway like this or like this. I call it alt looking or mouse wheel looking. You can see if there's someone peeking you down the hallway. The reason for this is people don't like to move and they just hide in corners and wait all day. Now, this is a really good spot to sit in if you just want to snipe people from 2-story. Look up, you can see their windows. It's a very good spot. People like to check those, so be extremely careful. If you're running up from the car side, you gotta keep in mind, if you look through this window, people like to sit here and wait for you and shoot you while you're opening this door. So be extremely careful. You can do the same. Just look through, shoot them before they see you, but be extremely careful. Okay, let's go over the construction. But yeah, once again, ice cream side, and yeah. Be extremely careful. Reshala is a boss, so this is one of 2 areas Reshala can spawn in. Reshala can spawn in 2nd and 3rd. If you're coming through here, I call this heat pipe. If you say blue container heat pipe, your friend knows what it means, or just say blue container stash. This is what another call it is. A stash can spawn in here. So if you ever see somebody in here, just be extremely careful. Or if you see somebody, just call it out, blue container stash. This is called bus stop. There's 2 ways in, one through there and one on the far left side. Once again, we call this heat pipes. Scavs like to spawn here, and sniper scav is up there probably. Sniper scav is dead. Scavs like to sit in here and not move. Keep that in mind. Scavs can be on this. It's called blue containers to cross. Sniper scav can rotate over there, so be careful for up there for sniper scav. This is where you're gonna meet most of your people. This is where you come through. Blue container crossing, I call it with my friends. We call this sinkhole. These are called oil tanks. You come through here. This is called pocket watch. This is where that machinery key is useful. That machinery key can open up. Don't mind that name. This is once again a pocket watch. You open up this door with that machinery key that we got. For example, open up the door. Boom. This is where your pocket watch is gonna be right there. This is also where you mark your fuel tank for that quest. And also this is where PvP, or when people PvP, they call it Pocket Watch for a reason. It's in the name. If you come up here, it's a death sentence, so be extremely careful, but it's a really good place to look out. If you spawn near, if you spawn a crack house and run down here, you can look across here and probably snipe people if they're cocky. You can jump on top of there if you want some early parkour. A scab aggroed me. But yeah, this is called Old Skeleton. That is New Skeleton. I call this just crossing. There's no really call out for this. Right here has some nice spawns. You can call this blue containers if you're coming from here. This is called Mechanic. This is a really popular spot where people like to sit in and hold for crack house. So just keep that in mind. Scabs like to spawn on this close left right here. This door does not spawn open. Players can't spawn right here, so be extremely careful. Come through here. This is called Crack House. Coming through Crack House. There's some good loot right here. There's a med bag right there you can loot. Jackets. By the way, if you loot this body right here and a scab goes on that turret, you're dead. I'm just letting you guys know. I don't see any scabs on the turret, so we should be good. I call this dining room. I call that bathroom. Where loot can spawn on the shelf. Some good spawns right here for food, water, yada yada. 2 sports bags. Come up here. It's called 2-story crack. That door doesn't spawn open, so if that door is open, the player's been up through here. This door doesn't spawn open. File cabinets, intelligence spawns along the bookshelves on the ground. Some good stuff. And med things can spawn along this room. So they can spawn here, 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 you know, just follow it, and yeah. It's a really good place to get morphine early on, or Salewas. So, we're gonna go back to Mechanic Shop. Don't ever cross between no man's land, I like to call it. It's not worth it. Just go Mechanic Shop and go hold left. Now, this is a very extremely high PvP hotspot. I would be extremely careful for it. It's extremely scary in some scenarios, and you need to be careful and not get caught lacking. If we come through here, hold further left. I'm not, because I'm a moron. Be careful for scabs out here. Rashala can be out here. The scab boss, he does spawn up here, so be extremely careful for that. This is called Skeleton Side when you enter. It's again Skeleton Side right here when you come through. Called Old Gas Side. Me and my friends call all this Old Gas Side. This is scab above us. We call this Staircase. Skeleton Staircase. Ow. We call that Skeleton Staircase. No way that scab just tried to shoot me. So once again, that's called Skeleton Staircase. We call this Rashala's room. You can call this loot room. You can call it whatever you want. But we like to call it Rashala's room. Some loot can spawn right here. Gold chains and such. Bags. Sport bags. A lot of food spawns. You know, sugar, all that good stuff. I knew I heard something. I love this gun. Come through here. This is where you can loot a lot of equipment like med bags, ammo, 2 jackets, boxes, tech crates. We call this truck. If you're fighting people in this place, people like to, you know, call this truck. This is called basement staircase for us. We call it basement staircase because it leads to the basement. This is the ZB13 exit. You need power to turn this on. So you can still unlock the door, but you need power to go through it. Comes to the second floor. Everything else is the same on the bottom. But just imagine this. Be extremely careful for people running up. By people running up, I mean people can come from Old Gas Side. Old Gas is to our far left. We'll be explaining. You can have people come across this railroad. They can come up here and easily flank you. They can run up here like this. peek over, have a head peek on you, kill you from both sides. So be extremely careful. Stuff spawns in there. Sorry, there's tech crates, med crates, ration crates up here. A really good way to get your cigarettes early on that are required for quests. Come down here. We call this no man land towards skeleton as well. Running across here to new skeleton. Be extremely careful for sniper scav above you. He will shoot down at you until you kill him. Scavs like to come up here. Players like to sit up on here to look into castle. So be extremely careful. Hold, by the way, so just keep that in mind. New skeleton, come through here. Scavs like to sit in here, as I was just about to say. Players like to sit up here and not move. There's some good stuff up here you can grab, though. Keep that in mind. Some loot crates, some stuff spawns on the ground, and that's about it. Sport bag sometimes. So, but be extremely careful. Don't ever come up here, in my opinion. You can easily die. It's just not worth it. We're gonna get over to Old Gas. Old Gas has a lot of good places. There's an extract there. There's some scabs you can kill if you need some scab kills, and just overall a lot of abundant stuff. Now, be extremely careful for players. It's an extremely big hotspot for players coming through. A lot of scabs there as well, so let's keep that in mind. Don't go too far right if you're rotating from here. If you go too far right, an invisible sniper scab will kill you. Now, there's two shortcuts over here. I'm going to teach you real quick about this. If you have high enough, if you want to not even go into Old Gas for whatever reason. If you don't even want to go into Old Gas for whatever reason, you can come up here, jump through, and get to Power Building. It's called Power Building. We'll be going back there here in a sec. Scab should be inside. I don't know why they're not. Plop HA6. Would you guys plop HA6? Now, if you need Solaywis and such early game, if you spawn here, some good stuff over here. Some med bag. Stuff spawned on this giving tree. Wow, pliers. Med bag. This is called Old Gas. Come through here. Scab should be around here, but I guess not. This is where you mark one of your fuel tanks. Open this door. Door's already open. Someone's been through here. Scav. Open that door, and that's your Old Gas extract. Players can spawn right there, so keep that in mind. Shot by something. That's crazy. Anyways, this is called Power Building. You come through here. Scabs can be in here. Watch out for players up there at the window. Watch for that doorway. There's some really good loot under. Some loot right here. Some good attachments. Watch for people up here. If you're rotating ever outside, people could like to look through these windows and shoot you. So keep that in mind. When you're coming through here, be careful for the power side on the right there. What is bro doing? Anyways, people can go up there. People like to hide up there sometimes. Just be extremely careful. There's another entrance to the underground over here. But yeah, this is called Power Building. That's what you turn on that extract with. The power. Turn this on and you can open it up with factory exit key. You come through here, there's another scav extract, I think, for right here. I forget the name of it, but it's for PMCs. So, yeah. If you don't have factory exit key, this is what you open it with, though. You can also get through by jumping on top of that car, jumping on top of the porta potty, and jumping over. Do not jump straight forward to that porta potty, else you'll break your legs. Jump to the right, or jump to the right or left. If you jump from there, though, be careful for the Shala. It might not end too good for you. Now, that right there is called Storage Building. Storage Building has some really good loot in it. There's a sniper scav up there I was just going to mention, but he started shooting at me. This is called Chemical Van. This storage warehouse is called Chemical Van because this is where you do your chemical quests. I'll explain that right now. Be careful for a lot of scavs. So if you ever call a chemical van, your friends should know what that is. This is where you do your chemical part 4, I think it was. You mark it on that green van, and you should be good to go. So this is called Chemical Warehouse. That's called Storage Warehouse to my left. That's called Power Building or Power Warehouse, whatever you want to do. If you're rotating from here, be careful for sniper rock. We call that sniper rock because we like to sit up there and snipe. That is called a radar tower, we like to call it. So if you ever go somewhere, we call it power line radar tower. If you jump over here, this is called new gas. There's some decent loot in new gas. There's also a safe in new gas. Reshala spawns here, so keep that in mind. This is all 3 Reshala spawns so far. The safe room is in here. Open this door. Come through here. This is where the safe is. In here is a useless med bag in my opinion. You can open this door for free, and there's some stuff to loot usually. There's a med item there sometimes in the store, or a bag. Some food here sometimes as well along the shelves, and you just look. Over there is a railroad station. We call it railroad, and yeah. There's a little cheeky jump through you can do over here though. If you jump over here, you need a very high enough strength though. You just turn yourself away, back up, jump. I screwed that up really bad, so don't mind what I just did. Now, if you come over here, that light you're seeing against those bushes is called ZB12, I believe, if I remember correctly. ZB12 is only on if that light is on, and yeah. So, ZB12, you can go down there and you can extract that light's on. I call this gate between chemical and horse, so I just call this chemical gate. Scabs like to be down this road. Scabs can be all along here, so be extremely careful. Watch those windows for players sitting up there. People like to sit up there if they're in horse. You'll see why that's called horse in a second. Or mannequin. Come up here. If that door is open or that door is open, either someone's in here with you, or you're probably already dead before you even realize. So if those 2 doors aren't open, it means it's unlooted. Come up here. There's a lot of good loot. It's called green screen side for a reason. Green screen. A lot of computer loot. A lot of rare loot. Sorry, not rare loot. Loose loot in here, such as, you know, tech supplies and such. There's a jacket, sports bags, computer, and all sorts of stuff. Now, there's some loose loot down here in those cabinets right there. Some stuff can spawn on the shelves. There's a lock down here, but it's completely useless in my opinion, so you don't worry about that. In here has some good loot as well. It's not that bad. If you want a cheeky angle on people, you can look out this window and one-tap people. If you like to also jump on top of here, just look out towards checkpoint. That is called checkpoint. We'll get that to you in a sec. Open this door. This is called mannequin side. Horses spawn here, so I just call it horse because the amount of horses I find and not anything else. But this is called mannequin. Wow, the first time I found a roller on this swipe. And yeah, there's a mannequin on this side. So if someone says green screen place, or you know, mannequin place, that's what it is. So yeah, green screen mannequin. Coming through here, this is called dead scav. Or so we call it dead scav. There's some decent cool stuff in there you can loot. There's a jump over right there. Right here has 2 computers you can loot. I found more GPUs than I have anywhere else entire wipe. You can jump down from there and go to old gas. This is a quest location. I forget for which quest, but you need to grab some stuff. There's usually a cheeky duffel bag in here you can loot. It's not that bad. This is called glass right here. Glass has some really good loot. Has, I believe, 2 computers, a lot of tech spawns, and a lot of stuff you can find. A lot of scavengers to sit outside here, though. If you come through here, there's usually grenade stuff, ammo, yada yada. Come up here, there's a lot of stuff. 2 jackets, 2 computers, toolbox, tech spawns, weapon crates. Another one spawns right there, somewhere along there. There's a tool spawner here. You can jump down 180. There's spawns right here. Spawns on the ground right here. A lot of good stuff. Tech crate. And yeah. This is called ZB11. That will be your extract. So you spawn all the way at trailer park. There's a stash right here you can loot if you really want some extra loot. scavs like to sit between these oil tanks, and then players can spawn in this side building right here. But they're already be gone by the time you get here, probably, so don't worry about it. But yeah, it's another player spawn you can get, and yeah. If you come through here, there's a hole in the wall. Scavs like to be across here, so be careful. This is where I get camped a lot by people, or people are rotating in and out of, so be careful. This is a very hot PvP spot. If you come through here, watch that hill for players. There's a toolbox spawn in there. We just call it UN Roadblock. It's not actually UN Roadblock, but we just call it that for our friends. I think it's probably fun to call. There's some stuff you can loot in that container. Be careful for up there for people. It's extremely scary. This is called military checkpoint. We call it military checkpoint because it's a military checkpoint. A lot of scavs like to spawn around it. Sniper scav can spawn up on that rooftop right there, so be extremely careful. What are you? I've never seen sniper scav do that before. But yeah, so that can be sniper scav. People like to go hug a left on these rocks, so be extremely careful. You can come to the back of here. There's some good stuff you can loot. I know if you come down here, you can get a decent key. Okay, where it is. If you check this jacket, you can get a good quest key. And yeah, that's the only reason why you would check that. If you spawn green screen side over there, and you go up into green screen windows, you can kill the people. You can kill the people coming through here. I call this hole in the wall. If you're near here, your friends should know what this is. This is called hole in the wall. We call this just the white shack. Nothing in there. When you come up here, be extremely careful for player spawns. Players can spawn all the way up here on this radar tower. People can spawn along here. There's some decent loot in here. By along here, I mean over there. There's a med bag you can loot in here. There's some ammo crates, some loose loot like this stuff, attachments, yada yada. If you spawn on the right here, if you fuel, that's one of the 4 fuel tanks right there. There's also one old gas, if I didn't mention that already. If this guide helped you guys, I really appreciate it if you guys could drop a sub if you got to this point. Hopefully it helped for whatever reason, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Later.